I'm reaching out for some perspective on a troubling situation. I'm a 37-year-old woman, and my close friend, let's call her Sarah, 35, was my anchor during my divorce last year. She was there for me emotionally, helped with my 2 children, aged 9 and 6, and felt like part of the family. I don't think I could have survived those tough times without her support. But recently, Sarah's behavior has shifted, and it's got me uneasy. I can't pinpoint exactly what's wrong, but something feels off. She's been visiting my house more frequently, which I'd normally welcome since being a single mom is exhausting. But every time she's here, her phone is always out. At first, I brushed it off. Everyone's glued to their screens these days. But then I notice strange things. When my house is messy, which happens often with young kids, I've caught her taking pictures. For instance, one day the kids had wrecked their playroom, and I saw Sarah in the hallway, her phone angled toward the chaos. She quickly said she was reading a message, but her camera was clearly aimed at the room. She also seems to record our conversations. I've heard the faint chime of a voice memo app or seen the screen recording icon. Once, while I was venting about being overwhelmed, I'm almost certain her phone was recording. When I asked, "Are you filming me?" she laughed and said, "No, just saving a note for myself. Sorry if it seemed odd." But it felt suspicious. Sarah's also been asking oddly specific questions about my co-parenting setup with my ex-husband, 39. She's known the general details forever, but now she's suddenly curious about our schedule, how we manage when the kids are sick, or if I ever feel swamped. She'll say things like, "It must be tough handling most of the parenting alone. How do you and your ex deal with it when you need a break or the kids are acting up?" It feels like she's fishing for something particular. These red flags are piling up. I haven't confronted her directly yet. Maybe I'm just paranoid or ungrateful. This friend was my lifeline when I was at my lowest. Perhaps she's just overly worried about me and the kids. But I'm uncomfortable, like I can't relax in my own home with her snapping photos of my cluttered kitchen or recording me when I'm upset. For context, my divorce was contentious. My ex and I share custody, but I have the kids most of the time. The split was rough, and Sarah was one of the few firmly in my corner. She even testified for me when my ex tried to claim I was an unfit parent early in the divorce, a baseless accusation the court dismissed. Because of that, I trusted her completely, until now. I never thought I'd doubt her. But her behavior has me on edge. Why is she photographing my messy house or documenting my tough days? What's she doing with that? The only explanation I can think of is maybe she's planning to show me later as a tough love wake-up call to get my act together. But that feels condescending and out of character. The darker thought, and I hate even considering it, is that she might be collecting evidence for someone else. The only person who'd benefit from photos of my chaotic house or recordings of me losing my cool is my ex, if he wanted to build a case against me. It sounds far-fetched. Why would my best friend who supported me through the divorce help my ex-husband? It doesn't add up, and I feel guilty for even thinking it. Still, my gut says something's wrong, so I need advice. Am I being unreasonable or ungrateful? If I ask her to stop constantly recording and taking pictures in my home, would that make me the jerk? Edit. I didn't expect so many responses so fast. Thank you. Many of you asked if I've seen what she's doing with the photos or if I've clearly told her it's not okay. I haven't confronted her beyond the awkward, "Are you filming?" moment I mentioned. I was too shocked to push further. But you're right, I need to set boundaries. I'll talk to her soon and update when I can. Thanks for the input. Update 1, it's been a few days since my initial post, and I'm grateful for the overwhelming feedback. Your insights validated my instincts that Sarah's behavior is off. Many of you suggested she might be gathering info for someone, likely my ex. I didn't want to believe it, but I can't ignore it anymore. Common advice included. Set clear boundaries. Tell Sarah her constant recording and photo taking isn't okay, and limit her access to my home and kids until I know what's happening. Stop sharing too much. Be cautious about revealing my struggles or schedule in case she's passing it on. Keep a record. Document her actions, like when she visits and what she does, in case I need proof. Consider who benefits. The only person who'd gain from portraying me as an overwhelmed mom is my ex. A true friend wouldn't secretly record me. Get legal advice. Consult a lawyer about my rights, especially regarding unauthorized recordings. I haven't done this yet, but have a recommended attorney if needed. I took this advice seriously. I started limiting what I share with Sarah, giving vague answers when she asks about the kids or my stress levels. I also began saying no when she offers to come over. especially on messy or chaotic days. I suspect she's trying to catch me at my worst. But a few days ago, I had a crazy day working from home with a sick toddler and an energetic 9-year-old. I must have seemed frazzled on a video call with Sarah because she offered to help, saying, "I'm free if you need me." I almost declined but relented, thinking maybe I was being too harsh. That afternoon was chaos. My 6-year-old spilled juice on the couch while my 9-year-old threw a fit over a broken toy, all during a work call. I was overwhelmed and, I admit, snapped at the kids to stop because I couldn't handle the noise. Not my proudest moment. Then I saw Sarah in the doorway, phone up, recording us. My heart sank. I said, "Sarah, what are you doing?" in a sharper tone than ever. She fumbled, lowered her phone, and mumbled, "Oh, I was just filming the kids for a sec. They were cute earlier." I cut her off. I knew she was recording during my outburst, not anything cute. I told her I saw her filming and she needed to stop. I was furious and felt betrayed. Sarah got defensive, saying, "I was going to show you how stressed you looked so you'd let me help more. You're overwhelmed?" It sounded like a flimsy excuse. I told her secretly recording me was not okay and not how to help. I said, "If I need help, I'll ask. Don't film me or my kids without permission, especially in my home." She apologized, but it felt hollow, like she was sorry she got caught. I asked her to delete the video and said she should leave because I needed to calm the kids, who were upset after our argument. Sarah left quietly, saying, "We'll talk soon, okay?" I didn't respond. After she left, I cried from stress and betrayal. Even if her excuse was true, it felt patronizing and sneaky. If it wasn't, then my worst fear, that she's helping my ex, might be real. I strongly suspect she's not on my side. The way she recorded right when I lost my temper felt deliberate, and her questions about my custody arrangement fit the theory that she's trying to show I'm struggling. I haven't spoken to her since. She texted that evening, checking if I was okay and saying, "I hope you know I was trying to help." I haven't replied because I don't know what to say. I'm keeping my distance for now. The kids asked why Auntie Sarah left so suddenly, and I just said she had to go home and we'd see her another time. I'm not sure we will, not until I figure this out. I haven't mentioned this to my ex and don't plan to unless necessary. But I'm looking for a lawyer to consult, using that recommendation. Even if nothing else happens, I want to be ready in case Sarah or my ex tries something. Thank you for the warnings. I'm taking this seriously now. Update 2. Not long after my last update, something suspicious happened. My ex suddenly started pushing for more time with the kids. The timing feels too convenient. A day or two after the incident with Sarah, he called out of nowhere, acting overly friendly, asking about the kids and how I'm coping. Our talks are usually just about logistics, so this felt off. Then he said he's been thinking about our co-parenting setup and wants the kids to stay with him more often, framing it as concern. "You've got so much going on. Maybe I should take them more to give you a break." My suspicions spiked. He's never offered extra time just to help me. During the divorce, he was fine with me having primary custody and him getting every other weekend. This sudden interest felt wrong. I stayed vague on the call, saying, "That's an idea, I'll think about it," to avoid tipping him off. I didn't agree to anything. He pushed, saying, "We can work out details soon, maybe adjust the schedule. It'd be good for the kids." I got off the phone and immediately sensed a connection to Sarah. It's too coincidental. She gets caught recording me at my worst, and now my ex wants more custody, acting like he's doing me a favor. I bet Sarah sent him something to make me look unfit. To double-check, I texted a mutual friend who stayed neutral with both me and my ex, casually asking if they'd heard anything about his plans. They didn't know much but mentioned running into him recently, where he bragged that he might get more time with the kids soon and it'd be better for them. Hearing that infuriated me. He hasn't discussed this with me beyond that call, yet he's acting like it's a done deal. I haven't confronted him or Sarah about their possible scheme yet. I'm being careful. Many of you suggested talking to a lawyer first, and I agree. I've got an appointment with a family law attorney soon. I'll tell them everything, even if it's just circumstantial, to have it documented. I'm angry at my ex for whatever he's plotting and heartbroken that Sarah, who once defended me against his lies, might be helping him now. It's a gut punch. Sarah's been quiet since our confrontation, except for that one text. Her silence feels telling. Maybe she knows I'm onto her or is busy scheming with my ex. I hate feeling this paranoid, but it's where I'm at. For now, I told my ex I won't agree to changes until we discuss properly after I've seen my lawyer. He wasn't happy but didn't push when I said I was busy. My plan is to stay strategic, Let the lawyer guide me and keep this from the kids. They're happy with the current setup and don't need to be dragged into this. Thanks for the support and for predicting this exact scenario. I'm sad you were right, but I'm glad I was prepared. I'll update after the lawyer meeting or if anything big happens. Update 3. Something major happened today that all but confirmed my suspicions. My 9-year-old accidentally let slip about a plan between my ex and Sarah. While we were working on a school project looking for photos to print, he casually asked, "Mom, when are we doing that plan Daddy and Auntie Sarah have?" My heart stopped. I calmly asked, "What plan, sweetie?" He looked unsure, like he wasn't supposed to say anything, then said, "I don't know everything, but Daddy said he and Auntie Sarah are planning something so we might see him more. He said it's a surprise and not to tell you until it's ready." I kept my face neutral, not wanting him to feel guilty. I asked, "Did Daddy say not to tell me?" He nodded, looking worried, and added, "He said it's a fun surprise." Did I do something wrong? I hugged him tightly, assuring him he did nothing wrong and could always tell me anything. I also said I wasn't mad at him or Daddy. Inside, I was livid that my ex involved our kid. I dropped the topic to avoid stressing him and later told both kids they never have to keep secrets from either parent, framing it as, "Birthday surprises are fine, but secrets that worry you aren't. You can always talk to me or Daddy." They nodded and moved on to chatting about games. Meanwhile, I was reeling. My son's words confirmed Sarah and my ex are working together on some scheme. I don't care about her motives, money, loyalty to him, whatever. I just want to stop them. I called my lawyer right away to share what my son said. Our meeting is soon, but I wanted this on record. The lawyer noted that recording someone in their home without consent is illegal here, which could hurt my ex if he tries to use Sarah's recordings. Here's my next steps. Meet the lawyer. I'll share everything, including my son's comment, and discuss the legality of Sarah's recordings. Secure my home. I'm installing a hidden camera in my living room to catch Sarah if she tries to snoop or record again. Be strategic with Sarah. I'll invite her over once more, pretending I overreacted to lure her into exposing herself. I'll step out briefly, leaving the camera running to see if she takes photos or snoops. Confront her with proof. If I catch her on camera, I'll show her the footage and demand answers. I won't mention my son's comment to protect him. I'll have a neutral third party, like my sister or a friend, present for safety and as a witness. My hands are shaking typing this, but having a plan feels empowering. Thank you for helping me think clearly. Without your advice, I might have confronted her too soon or doubted myself into inaction. I'll update after executing this plan or the confrontation. Wish me luck. Update 4, final update. I'm back with what should be the final update, and it's good news for me and the kids. I met with my lawyer who took this seriously. We filed a police report about Sarah's secret recordings to document it and warn my ex that I'm onto him. Unauthorized recordings are illegal here, giving us leverage. If my ex tries to use them, he'll expose his own wrongdoing. Then I executed my plan. I set up a small Wi-Fi camera on a bookshelf in my living room, ensuring it captured clear video and audio. I reached out to Sarah, saying I missed her, apologized for overreacting, and invited her over for a chat. I hated pretending, but I needed proof. She came over in the morning while the kids were at school. After some small talk, I stepped outside, pretending to talk to a neighbor but watched the camera's live feed on my phone. The moment I left, Sarah started snooping. She checked to ensure I was gone, then took photos of papers on my counter and angled her phone around the living room, likely looking for anything messy, jokes on her. I'd cleaned thoroughly. The clincher was when she called my ex, whispering that I didn't suspect anything. She'd taken photos and had a few minutes while I was out. I nearly stormed in but waited to let her dig her own grave. When I returned, I saved the footage, went to the bathroom to compose myself, and then confronted her. I calmly showed her the video of her snooping and talking to my ex. Her face went pale. She tried to speak but couldn't. I said, "Sarah, care to explain this?" She broke down, crying, apologizing repeatedly. I demanded the truth. Through tears, she admitted my ex approached her months ago when she was struggling financially. He paid her a few $100s, promising more if he got more custody, to spy on me and collect anything showing I was an unfit mom. She initially refused but gave in due to desperation. It started with photos but escalated to videos of me stressed and details about my routine. She knew it was wrong but felt stuck. I listened silently. I'd already grieved the friendship, so I just felt empty. I told her I might understand her financial struggles but could never forgive her betrayal. especially after she saw what my ex's lies did to me during the divorce. I informed her I'd filed a police report, which shocked her. She begged, saying she thought more time with their dad would help me. I told her to stop lying. She asked if I'd press charges or tell others. I said the report was filed, the evidence was with my lawyer, and our friendship was done. I told her to leave and never contact me or my kids again. She left in tears. Afterward, I felt relief mixed with exhaustion. I wasn't crazy, I caught them. But losing someone I considered family hurts deeply. My lawyer handled my ex, informing his lawyer we know about his scheme. If he pushes for custody or uses Sarah's recordings, we'll bring it to court and possibly pursue charges. He backed off entirely. His lawyer withdrew any custody modification request, and he's been distant during pickups, barely looking at me. Good. We stick to the schedule now, and he hasn't asked for extra time. Involving our son in his plot would look awful in court, and he knows it. The kids are blissfully unaware of most of this. I reassured them their routine won't change, and they're fine with that. Losing Sarah stings, but she stopped being my true friend the moment she agreed to my ex's plan. Thank you all for your guidance. It helped me protect myself and my kids. Hug your real friends close and stay alert for those who might betray you. Take care.